Hello, this is the Emblem Hunter. Today, I shall be doing a Blue Lions, 3 Houses, Divine Pulesless run, because a certain character on YouTube, known as Chaz Aria LLC, who definitely has good content, has misled the public with false claims. So, I will be doing this run. We won't be doing the plus, we'll be doing hard, because that's the difficulty that came out of the box.
Do you recall the Red Canyon? You'll die! 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 You took everything that I loved! He's gone now, Mother.
Oh my. What could have brought you here? how you got in here. It is most rude to interrupt a moment of repose. Very rude indeed. Now come to me. I wish to have a look at you.
We'll be going with male finally. The sheer fact that this is the blue line from Pennsylvania.
I had not seen the likes of you before. Who are you anyway? I see. Then you must have a name of sorts. Go on. I shall not ever grow accustomed to the sound of human names. You must possess a day of birth as well. Beneath which moon and on what day were you born to this world? Well, wonders never cease. It seems we share our day of birth. How strange. It all feels so familiar. I think it may be time for yet another nap. It is almost time to begin.
Hey, time to wake up. Were you having that dream again? You've described her to me before. I don't think I've ever met anyone like that. In any case, just put that out of your mind for now. The battlefield is no place for idle thoughts. Risking your life is part of the job for mercenaries like us. Letting your mind wander is a sure way to get yourself killed. Okay, time to get moving. Our next job is in the kingdom. I told you before, it's far from here, so we'll need to leave at dawn. Oh, good grief. Everyone is already waiting for us outside.
Gerald, sir, sorry to barge in, but your presence is needed.
What's happened?
Please forgive our intrusion. We wouldn't bother you with a situation not dire.
What do a bunch of kids like you want at this hour?
We're being pursued by a group of bandits. I can only hope that you will be so kind as to lend your support.
Bandits? Here?
It's true. They attacked us while we were at rest in our camp.
We've been separated from our companions and we're outnumbered. They're after our lives, not to mention our gold.
I'm impressed you're staying so calm considering the situation. Wait, that uniform.
Bandits spotted just outside the village. Damn, there are a lot of them.
I guess they followed you all the way here. We can't abandon this village now. Come on, let's move. Hope you're ready. Let's take care of those thieves before they overrun the village. Take down the enemies in front first. That should take the wind out of their sails.
Now, let's press that divine pulse button and see what's actually here. It's not. Surely a game designed around that would have it at the beginning.
I will prevail.
Ready and willing.
I'll cut through. Who's next? Stay focused. Thank you. We are in your debt. It wouldn't do for us to fall in a place like this. Please, lend us your strength. Let's work together to drive out these thieves.
We'll advance while protecting ourselves from the enemy. Take up position inside the forest. Yes, good.
You can tell this game was not left behind mind.
This is a fine opportunity. Use the combat arts I taught you.
That is that. You never had a chance.
Yeah. Game's designed around this right here. This has to do with the weapon. Get equip prowess skills and battalion with classes. These are things that run the entire game rather than one function that happens 3 battles later.
As expected.
Damn! Why are there mercenaries in the village? Guess we'll have to deal with them too.
Attack when an ally is nearby, and the enemy will be intimidated, making them easier to hit.
Use that vulnerability. Also, these combat lines, these little prediction models to see how much the enemy will do to a unit. Also, another good argument for Divine Pulse is they can literally give you out what the enemy's gonna do.
I'm gonna kill you where you stand.
First level out.
I must keep aiming higher.
Nice.
No match for me.
Use caution. Is that all?
Hey! You with the blank stare! Out of my way!
Predictable. I'm not setting a very good example.
Dead. This narrative would argue that it was designed by Divine Pulse, but that's just narratively, not actually.
Honestly, what are you accomplishing with that little stunt? It's like you're trying to get me killed, you fool. Well, it's fine. After all, if you don't know the value of your own life, you're not going to protect it very well, are you? Course not. Well then, I guess it's up to me to guide you from now on, right? You can call me Sothis, but I'm also known as the Beginning.
Nah, it's the end.
Sothis. Yes, that is it. My name is Sothis. And I am also called the Beginning. But who once called me that? I was not able to recall my name until just now. And just like that, it came to me. How odd. That look upon your face. Did you think me a child? A mere child who forgot her own name? Phooey! That child just saved your life. And what does that make you? Correct. You understand. You threw yourself before an axe to save just one young girl. Yet all is well, as I have stalled the flow of time for now. You would have died had I not intervened.
Also, if the pilot did not intervene, the game would have been over and we would have had no game.
I do not hear your gratitude. Perhaps I should force you to leave?
Maybe. Your axe in the back.
There
is
now.
pretty good
Is
for
gratitude so much to ask? I did deem you worth saving after all. Though it is only momentary, time has stopped.
your own skin.
However did I manage that?
What now?
When time begins again, the axe will tear into your flesh and you will surely meet your end.
Oh no, I hear that overcoat.
How rude of you to drag me into
extra layer
this.
of protection.
Now what to do?
I'll just stay here and die.
As though I could stand idly by and watch that come to pass. Oh, but perhaps... Of course! I must turn back the hands of time!
Nah, that's not.
Yes, I do believe it can be done. You really are quite troublesome.
Yes, narratively.
I cannot wind back
Narrative.
time too far, but
At least in the
all is
early
well.
game. Or-
You are aware of what's to come,
Okay,
which
fine.
means you can protect yourself this time.
War phase. Not
Now
so.
go! Yes, you who bears the flames within. Drift through the flow of time to find the answers that you seek.
The world, though.
Hey, over here!
Hey, did you just...
No. No, I didn't.
The Knights of Seros are here. We'll cut you down for terrorizing our students.
You're a little
Hey,
late.
the thieves are running away. Go after them. The students seem to be unharmed. And who's this?
Why him?
Cuz. Decided to go with him. The MVP in this chapter doesn't really matter all too much.
Why, thank you so much.
Captain Gerald? It is you. Goodness, it's been ages. Don't you recognize me? It's Alois, your old right-hand man. Well, that's how I always thought of myself anyway. Oh, it must have been 20 years ago that you went missing without a trace. I always knew you were still alive.
You haven't changed a bit, Alois. Just as loud as ever. And drop that captain nonsense. I'm not your captain anymore. These days, I'm just a wandering mercenary. One who has work to do. Goodbye, old friend.
Right. Goodbye, Captain. Wait, that isn't how this ends. I insist that you return to the monastery with me.
Garrig Mach Monastery. I suppose this was inevitable.
And how about you, kid? Are you the captain's child?
Nah, I'm abandoned.
Great sense of humor, this one. Clearly cut from the same cloth as the captain. I'd love for you to see the monastery, too. You will join me, won't you?
Nah. I'm just gonna go for Dad.
What's troubling you, Captain? You aren't about to run off again, are you?
Even I wouldn't dare run from the Knights of Seros.
I kinda did.
Knights of
But
Seros.
you need a distraction.
They do seem rather skilled. Ah, it seems your presence is required. Get going.
Go, go.
I appreciate your help back there. Your skill is beyond question. You're clearly an experienced mercenary. And your father, that would be Gerald, the Bladebreaker? Former
No, I
captain
wouldn't
of the Knights of
call
Seros,
myself
oft
experienced
praised as the
mercenary.
strongest knight to ever
Only
live.
level 1.
Have I missed anything? How curious. I'd wager the explanation for that is fascinating indeed.
Beginner mercenary.
Hey, you are coming with us to the monastery,
Right.
right? Of course you are. I'd love to bend your ear as we travel. Oh, I should mention that the three of us are students of the Officers' Academy at Garrig Mach Monastery. We were doing some training exercises when those bandits attacked. I definitely got the worst of it.
That would be because you ran off.
Too true. I was the first to make a strategic retreat. Everything would have worked out if these two hadn't followed me and ruined everything. Because of them, every single one of those bandits chased after us. Utterly ridiculous.
Ah, so that's what you were thinking, Claude. And here I thought you were acting as a decoy for the sake of us all.
His intentions were as clear as day. You will prove a lacking ruler if you cannot see the truth behind a person's words.
You will prove a lacking ruler yourself if you look for deceit behind every word and fail to trust those whom you rely on.
Oh, joy. A royal debate between their highnesses. I wonder how being completely predictable affects one's ability to wield power. Personally, as the embodiment of distrust, I'd say your little exchange smacks of naivete.
Me? Naive? Tell me, are you actually incapable of keeping quiet, or is your lack of self-awareness a condition of some sort?
Nah, it's definitely a
In any case, forgive our digression. I must speak with you if you can spare a moment. The way you held your ground against the bandits' leader was captivating. You never lost control of the situation. It showed me I still have much to learn.
Your skill is precisely why I must ask you to consider lending your services to the Empire. I might as well tell you now, I am no mere student. I am also the Adrestian Empire's...
Halt, Edelgard. Please allow me to finish my own proposition. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is in dire need of exceptional individuals like yourself.
Yes.
Please, do consider returning to the kingdom with me.
Whoa there, you two sure are hasty. Trying to recruit someone you just met. Tactless, really. I was personally planning to develop a deep and lasting friendship on our journey back to the monastery before begging for favors. But it seems there's no time for niceties in this world. So, capable stranger, let's get right to it. Where does your allegiance lie?
That was fun.
It seems
Now,
one's place of
Edelgard.
birth is quite significant to
Only
them.
with the iPad.
Yet they are so impressed by you that you may take your pick. Well,
Understood.
That's the
Fargus
route
is
we're
a
going.
noble and distinguished kingdom that has always valued chivalry.
All right, that's enough with the small talk. It's time to head back to the monastery.
Looks like we'll have to pick this up another time.
my, they are in such a hurry. You know, each of the three is most unique.
My sense of darkness when seems quite refined, young woman. But I feel that she's always evaluating me. The smile is striking. That smile doesn't make me die.
Yes, I thought the same. I am so sleepy once again. I may be sleeping, but
Part 1. White Clouds. Great Tree Moon. 3 houses. The icy winds of the Agma Mountains have begun to scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fodlan, heralding the start of a new year. As they celebrate the dawning year, the people pray that they may realize their full potential, just as a tiny sprout hopes to one day grow into a great tree. The continent of Fodlan, said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights.
some way.
To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the
These are
Leicester
normally the
Alliance.
good guys.
Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan and these three mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
This will be your first time at the monastery. I'd be happy to show you around.
It really is Fodlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough.
Bad guys.
There it is. Garrick Mock Monastery.
Looks more like a castle. But cut to the room where you get the sword of the creator for whatever reason. And then two rando students never seen again. Five more rando students never seen again. All these other rando students. Two randoms there, another one there.
Ray is here.
Yes, that is right. What of it? She's get her hair in
I wonder, did the flow of time bring you here?
Probably. If not, it's my legs.
It's been years since I've last set eyes on this place. To be forced to see her now,
You've been here before?
I've never spoken of this to you before, but many years ago, I was a knight here. I reported to the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Lady Rhea.
As you know, the majority of folks in Fodlan are devout followers of the teachings of Seros. The leader of that ridiculously large religious organization is the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Religion bad.
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Setek.
Don't
I'm an
trust
advisor
religion.
to the Archbishop.
Right. Hello.
It has been a long time, Gerald. I wonder, was it the will of the goddess that we have another chance meeting like this?
Forgive my silence all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
No, it's
Yes.
not his child.
Born many years after I left this
Completely
place.
different hair
Wish I
color.
could introduce you to the mother of my child, but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
I see. My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois. What is your name?
This one, my name is Emblem.
A fine name indeed. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for saving those students of the Officers' Academy. Gerald, you already know what it is I wish to say, do you not?
You want me to rejoin the Knights of Seros, don't you? I won't say no, but
Your apprehension
No,
stings.
yes, more of a
I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you. I must step away for now, but I expect they will desire a word with you soon. Please listen carefully to what they have to say. Until tomorrow, farewell.
I can't believe it. Forced back into the Knights of Seros.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Looks like I'll be stuck here for a while. And I'm afraid your services are requested as well.
I must work here? as a servant.
Nothing like that. They want you to teach, by the sound of it. You heard those brats earlier talking about the Officers' Academy, right? Well, the Academy just happens to be short a professor. And apparently that damned Alois went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
So,
Well, guess I'm a
you must be
professor
the
now.
new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
No.
Qualified.
I'm not the one you're looking
No,
for.
no.
You can handle things from here. Good luck. And watch out for Lady Rhea. I don't know what she's thinking making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
Wow.
Oh, it's
Using,
you then?
that,
So young.
herbs and flower rhyme.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know. I am Hanneman, a Crest Scholar and Professor at the Officers' Academy. I wonder if you bear a crest of your own.
Maybe.
When next you have a moment to spare, I insist that you pay me a visit so we can delve into the subject further.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available.
Not
It's
interested.
nice to meet you. Of course. Before I came here, I belonged to a renowned opera company.
Not as many as possible.
Perhaps you've heard of me? The Middle Franc Opera Company is beautiful, peerless.
Spare our colleague the needless chatter, Manuela. Now then, it seems you'll be taking charge of one of the Academy's 3 houses. I expect you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each, have you?
Do you really not know? Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain.
No.
The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin. The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Their house leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next emperor.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their house leader this year is Prince Dimitri. He is to be the next king of Fargus.
Lastly, there is the Golden Deer House, which is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Their house leader is Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
To think that the next emperor, king, and sovereign duke are all here. It certainly is a promising year for the Academy.
I'll say. I just hope none of those little treasures cause any trouble.
Quite. For now, I suggest taking a stroll around the Academy to get your bearings. And when you've a moment, please stop by my research laboratory.
The old man has a point. Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new professor. It's more fun that way. I suggest you try spending time with the students. Some odd ducks in that bunch, but they're good kids. I'm sure Lady Rhea will have more information for you tomorrow, but that should get you going. Good luck. You'll need it.
Have you no intention of changing your mind, Rhea? Appointing a stranger, a child no less, as a professor at our esteemed academy is...
I have made my decision, Sedith. I know worrying comes naturally to you, but there is truly no need. That stranger is Gerald's flesh and blood, after all.
I can't say that's all too comforting. How trustworthy is this Gerald character? Is he not the man who went missing after the Great Fire 21 years ago? I would remind you that Flame is now here with us as well. I beg of you, please consider whether this is an unnecessary risk.
Sedith, they have my trust. Let that be enough for you as well. More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir. I am increasingly concerned about a matter regarding our suspicious individual. We cannot ignore those who harbor ill will toward the church, especially if they are frequenting Garrick Mach.
Yes, that matter is of great importance as well. I shall continue my investigation. Rhea, for now I will have faith that you are placing your trust with the utmost care. I pray that nothing occurs to shake that confidence.
Loading screens. Loading screens. Loading screens. Just waiting on those loading screens. Wait, you'll hear the Fire Emblem theme. There it is. The golden deer. Shall be recruited, recruited, and recruited. The Black Eagle House. Recruited, and most importantly, recruited. And then the Blue Lion's house, the Chad house. Felix, a great mortal savant. And there's Rhea, here to ask us a question.
Of course.
First,
I assume you are already aware that you will be teaching here at the Officers' Academy, correct? To start, please speak with the 3 house leaders. You should also take a look around the academy and acquaint yourself with your new home. That is your first task here at the monastery. Please let me know if you accept it. Once you have finished, come and speak with me. May I ask a favor of you?
I imagine you were a bit surprised that I recommended you as a professor here. Frankly, we had someone else in mind for the role, but they ran off during our dust-up with the bandits. Can't entrust students to someone who's abandoned them once before, huh?
You saved the lives of the students you came across. That, at least, was admirable. Now you should make the rounds. Go around the monastery and see that you greet everyone.
I wonder what these characters say on this day. You're able to get through that door. The reception hall. Basically the lunchroom.
So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity. I was hoping you would lend your strength to the Empire. I never properly introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Hrassbelk. I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian Empire. I wonder if you'll be tasked with leading the Black Eagles. I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles?
Yes.
Pardon me.
Here's one point. Of course, this game not being designed around Divine Pulse. As
Greetings!
the best
You must be
character
the new
says,
professor. What a pleasure. As for me, my job is to stand here at this glorious entrance and leisurely watch over the comings and goings of everyone. Make folks smile, you know? Yeah, and by that, I mean to vigilantly guard this entrance with my very life. No levity whatsoever. As of now, nothing to report.
academy when it's basically just the classrooms.
Well, scored a teaching gig here, did you? Talk about a great first impression. I guess that means I'd better introduce myself properly. I'm Claude von Regan. I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but don't worry too much about all that madness. I'm guessing you don't know which class you'll be teaching yet, do you? I bet you'd like ours. We're not as difficult as the other two. Have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House yet? Care to know more about anyone? What do you think? Hi.
So you're the skilled mercenary who saved Claude, are you?
Death repellent.
Oh, you are?
Rally
It's such an
speed,
honor to meet you. Ignatz Victor. My parents are Alliance merchants.
Great vision.
And I am Lysithia von Ordelia. Please do not forget it. Hey, are you that mercenary? Everyone's been
Right.
talking about you.
Blood
I'm
Baron.
Hilda Valentine Goneril, and her name is... Marianne von Edmund. Are you joining the Knights of Seros or something? Well, I look forward to seeing more of you.
Are you someone's guest? The dining hall's that way,
Training.
if that's what you're looking for.
And
No, Raphael. That's Captain
Gerald.
Gerald's kid.
Stalker.
Hi, I'm Leonie Pinelli, Captain Gerald's first and greatest apprentice. I'm sure he's told you about me.
Nice to meet you. I'm Raphael Kirsten. Who are you again?
What do you think?
How are you gonna answer it?
The Golden Deer House is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Our house leader is heir to the Alliance's leadership, House Regan. We have plenty of other prominent nobles as well.
None of the nobles are very prominent.
Okay?
Skip Blue Lion's
Hey.
house. Talk
This is the classroom of the Black Eagle House, which is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Our house leader is
Yeah,
Princess
nice
Edelgard.
ponytail.
There are many other nobles among our ranks as well.
Oh.
We have Ferdinand von
I don't talk
Heyer
to strangers.
and
Bernadette,
Paranoid
this is
Carnage.
no stranger. Our house leader owes this person a great debt. Is that not right? I am Ferdinand von Eyre, legitimate son of the Eyre family, the Empire's foremost house. Are you going to join our class? I look forward to getting better acquainted with you.
Well,
The one
aren't
unit
you just
could
lovely?
be a dancer.
Is this your first time in the
Yeah.
monastery? Shall I show
or
you
had
around?
Heroes.
Oh, my name is Dorothea. Before I joined the academy, I was a member of an opera company in the Empire. You should hear me sing sometime.
Is it true that you saved Edelgard? That's incredible. The name's Caspar, by the way. Pleased to meet you.
Linhard, goodbye.
Scrappy and Sleep.
Sheesh, Leonard. How'd you get into the academy with those manners? So, are you a student here too? Maybe we'll be in the same class.
We have
I am
a
Hubert,
snake
a humble servant of Lady Edelgard.
and
I heard you came to the aid of Her Highness.
the
You have my most sincere
foreign
thanks.
princess.
This is Petra. She has come all the way from Brigid to study in the Empire. Back on her archipelago, she is actually a princess. In Fodlan terms, she would be called
Does
heir to the
like
throne.
a snake.
Hello.
Some
I am called Petra. I am pleased to be meeting with... I am pleased to have met you.
yes.
Okay?
And
This classroom belongs to the Blue Lion House. Our house leader is Prince Dimitri. All of us here hail from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus.
Hey there.
Man,
Are you the
Sylvain.
mercenary who saved His Highness? It's an honor to meet you.
This dialogue
I'm Sylvain
is
Jose
different
Gautier.
if
Feel free
you
to
are
say hi whenever you
female
like.
to it at the beginning of the game.
Hi
We
there.
have
You must be the one
Lockpick
everyone's
and
talking
the Armor
about.
Knight.
I'm Ash. Great to meet you. This here is Dedu. He serves Prince Dimitri.
Noga
I have heard that you rescued His
and
Highness.
Words cannot express my gratitude. Should you ever require my strength, please know that I will hasten to repay this debt.
Peace Gordon.
I have heard all about what you did from Prince Dimitri.
Hungry
As
Girl
a citizen of Fargus, I thank you.
Male
He also said
Sundering.
you're quite skilled. And he doesn't just say things like that. I look forward to sparring with you and beating you.
Felix, must you always speak of fighting right away? Oh, and, you may call me Ingrid. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
That candle is dangerously close to those books.
And who's this? You don't look familiar
The
at
one
all.
true rally
You
bot
work here at the
and the
monastery?
one true
Oh,
healer.
mercy. Do you think this is that mercenary people have been talking about? Now that I think about it, that does sound like something Dimitri may have said. I suppose you'll be enrolling at the Officers' Academy too, then?
Annette
Well, it's a pleasure to
or
meet you.
gauntlets.
My name is Mercedes.
War
This is
Mom.
my best friend. I'm Annette. It's nice to meet
Very
you.
good.
Hey.
Okay?
And let's go
Hey.
talk to Yuritsa. Because he is
do
here
you
in
want?
A1 and has something to say.
I am Yuritsa. I teach here. Weapon instruction. These are the training grounds. Goodbye.
Not a very talkative guy. And we'll talk about go to our boy Dimitri.
Hey. Hello.
Please accept my apologies for the other day. You came to our aid, yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly introduce myself. I am Dimitri Alexandra Blathid, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus.
Yes.
Of course, at the Academy, I am simply a student. And I've heard word that you are to become a professor here. Delightful news. I still have much to learn, but I'm confident I could benefit greatly from your guidance. In any case, welcome to the monastery. I hear you're investigating the different houses here. Did any of the blue lions catch your attention?
Like this guy.
Dedu was born in Dusker and has been loyally working in my service for the past 4 years. He's rather taciturn, but once you get to know him, you'll see he's a kind and good-natured young man. Felix is the heir to House Fraldarius. He has a bit of a sharp tongue, but don't let that fool you. Deep down, he's a good guy. He gravitates
Recent
toward
Magic.
people who are skilled. Perhaps you would enjoy a friendly competition with him
Quite
sometime.
good. Oral Savant Felix. He's a very good unit.
He's the adoptive son of Lord Lenato of Castle Gaspar.
We're
But I hear he was born a
basically just
commoner.
gonna put him on a
He
flying
has an
mountain.
extremely earnest personality, so I'm certain he
He's-
will approach
he's
your
just
lectures
locked
with
there.
great enthusiasm.
It's either that or Bone Knight.
Sylvain
Dark
is the
Knight
heir to House
Sylvain
Gautier.
is what we're
He's a
going
capable
with.
person who highly values his friends. That said,
Magic
well,
utility
he's always been a bit of a
is quite
skirt chaser,
good.
so to speak. Pardon my bluntness. I speak with him about it often, but it doesn't seem to help. I hear she was born to imperial nobility, but a twist of fate brought her to the kingdom. She may seem carefree on the surface, but she's actually a kind soul who pays
You're
careful
honestly
attention
best
to everyone around her.
going to E-rank clothes that gives you the magic bow, so that way you have some free range options. Or not going with clothes
Annette is
at all.
Baron Dominic's niece. She is a talented student
A
who
really
scored
good rally
extremely
bot.
high marks at the Royal School
Rally
of
strength.
Sorcery. She's cheerful
Yeah.
and hardworking.
Rally
Brilliant,
speed.
really. Though she can be a bit
Rally
oblivious at
red.
times. I hear she caused an explosion in the kitchen last night.
And then rally move. Great unit.
Ingrid is Count Galatia's daughter. She is also a childhood friend of Felix, Sylvain, and myself. She is diligent, industrious, and principled. In truth, she is more knightly than most knights you will ever meet.
It's also good to give her some high-powered gambits. For those chapters, say, where you fight the Death Knight and you splash damage on him.
I appreciate your effort.
Complete. Got a free sword. And let's go to the Guardian's Chamber and pick Blue Lions.
How are you enjoying your time at the Academy thus far? I hope you have found our halls brimming with the vitality of well-intentioned souls.
I suppose it is time for you to take charge of one of our 3 houses of students. I must note that I am personally against entrusting someone as lacking in trackable history as yourself with such a task. But it is as the Archbishop desires.
The Black Eagles, the Blue Lions, and the Golden Deer. All so different. I hope you've made it a point to get to know each of them.
Since you are new here, we have decided to allow you first pick. Manuela and I will take charge of the remaining 2 houses.
Blue Lions.
So you have chosen the Blue Lions led by Dimitri, correct?
Yes.
Your heart has made its choice then. All I ask is that you guide these open minds with virtue, care, and sincerity.
They are all promising youths who bear the weight of Fodlan's future upon their shoulders. I hope you appreciate what an honor it is to lead them.
Brother? Oh, I am so sincerely sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
I am in the middle of something, Flame. Is it urgent?
No, it's nothing. More importantly, who is this?
This is our newest professor at the Academy.
Oh my! A new addition to the Officers' Academy! I am so very pleased to meet you, Professor.
Yes.
I am Sedith's little sister, Flame. I am so happy to make your acquaintance.
Let us focus on the topic at hand. There is something you should be aware of. In a few days' time, there will be a mock battle between the 3 houses, intended to gauge the current progress of the students. We will be using this battle as an opportunity to ascertain your own abilities as well. Please do not disappoint the Archbishop. That is all.
Wait, does this mean our new professor is... No, I really can't believe it. But I was speaking to you so casually, as though we were companions.
Don't worry.
Oh, I am so sorry, Professor. You just look the same age as the rest of us, and... Oh, and I'm sorry I just said that too. I really must watch my tongue.
Well, my friend.
You say that, but I just don't know about all of this.
I'll admit, it doesn't sit well with me either. After all, we wish to show you due respect.
Sure, but if the professor says it's okay, shouldn't that be enough? That is, if your highness can consent to such a thing. After all, we're already speaking this way to our future king, so we may as well relax our speech with our professor too, right?
Well, we're not in the
Says the
kingdom,
guy with
so
the
it only goes to
unlikely
follow that we should all speak companionably. I concede. If the professor says it's fine, we ought to accept that kindness gratefully.
As for me, I'm not sure I can manage. You don't have to force yourself if it's too difficult. You're fine with that too, right, Professor?
Having heard of your skills, I'm eager to meet you in battle. Come to the training ground later. There, you will show me what you're capable of.
You aren't wasting any time, are you, Felix? As it were, count me in for any such battle.
And there's the tsundere.
Pardon me, but I would also love to observe you in battle for future reference, if that's okay with you.
Ash, I won't have you speak of merely watching. You should join us as well.
If you get injured, simply say the word and I'll patch you up straight away.
Your Highness, do take care not to go overboard.
You worry too much to do. I'll be fine, I promise.
My companions, is there not something inherently wrong with crossing blades as a way to bond with each other?
Huh. I
Not
never thought of
really.
it that way. Well, if that's how you feel, I suppose you'll just stay behind while the rest of us are at the training ground?
Ingrid, my dearest friend, you really are too harsh on me.
Well then, Professor, what do you think? As you can see, the Blue Lion House is a lively bunch, but you'll find none who work harder. I'm certain we'll cause our fair share of trouble, but I'm very much looking forward to the year ahead.
Last stage. Floor. Got some gold.
Say, while you're here, I'd like to use this device I designed to determine whether the power of a crest resides within you. Won't hurt a bit. Promise. You don't know about crests? Well, allow me to tell you everything, absolutely everything about them. Is your calendar clear? This will take a while.
No, it's not.
Crests are a fascinating topic, but before one can dive deeply into said topic, one must first understand what crests are. They are power incarnate. They are said to have been bestowed upon humans by the goddess countless ages ago. They exist within the flesh and are passed down through bloodlines. Those who carry crests may excel at magic, display exceptional strength, or any number of boons. Each crest has its own
So
power,
holy blood,
the nature
yeah,
of
it's
which
the
is
holy
beyond
war.
mortal understanding. For now. I suspect as much, yes. But we won't know for sure unless I look into the matter. As I said, crests are passed down through the blood. However, just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean their descendants will inherit it as well. Only a scarce few descendants of a crest's bloodline end up inheriting that crest's power. Perhaps one of your ancestors bore a crest, and you just happen to inherit it. That is how a crest usually presents itself, after all.
Do what you can to find out.
Yes, of course. I'll get to the bottom of it straight away. Now then, please go ahead and hold out your arm over this device here. What is this? A pattern I've never
What is
seen
this
before.
device?
Is it possible an as yet undiscovered crest has been detected? To think there are still crests out there that even I am unaware of. How thrilling!
Honestly, I would have assumed it would have been like a
Pardon
birthmark
my
that would be
unrestrained
distinguished whether you
jubilation.
had a certain
I have
crest or
much
not.
to consider. You may leave now. I have more
Some
research
sort of
to do
blood
with regard to this
science.
crest. Yes, so very much more research. But for now, your work here is done. What could this line here be indicating? Perhaps it represents a lack of symmetry. Or perhaps... What in the world? Oh, I see. It may
really
be connected to
is
that, but to a greater degree than usual.
With each moon, professors of the Officers' Academy receive a schedule for the month ahead. It notes the days on which events and missions will take place that month. Pay careful attention to your schedule so that you may thoughtfully plan what you intend to do each month and when.
Anyway, that will be the end of the video. will be more to come.